I don't think he's invincible. I think if he comes back to the horse that won the race as a 5-year-old 2 years ago, then nothing will beat him. But I don't think we've seen the same horse since, actually. Even the champion chase he won last year, he wasn't nearly as impressive. It wasn't a good race. He had Briarius right up there at the last fence before he fell. Petit Roman was bang there. He's not even going for the race, he's going for the Ryanair instead. And then this year, okay, he's had a fractured rib. When he was hanging, they've sorted that out and he went and won the Game Spirit. But again, it was a terrible race. Fixed the rib. Ironically, he didn't jump at all well in the race. Mahogany Blaze was second. Viper Estates didn't run his race at all. Big Zeb, as Nina says, he may have been a bit flat at Punchestown last year, but he may not have been. And Big Zeb nearly beat him. He would have beaten him if he hadn't made a really bad mistake at the last. So I don't think he's invincible. I think far from it. No, Basbert Boy is the only horse ever to win 3 champion chases in a row, so it's a big ask. And I think people might have just, like, he was a 7-4 shot for the race before the Game Spirit, and he did nothing there other than show that he was alive and well, and suddenly he's an odds-on shot. I just think people might have overreacted to that a little bit. Kalahari King is turned into a fashionable horse now since Ferdy Murphy said he couldn't win that day at Doncaster, which we just saw him winning. He said he'd come on and offer it, and he may well do, but that was only a handicap. Like, you had Wazo Dunui, Dr. David, who got beaten there at the weekend, right up beside him. You know, he'd want to be winning that off top weight. It was going to be a champion chase horse, and I've heard a lot that he would have won the Arkle last year if he hadn't made a mistake at the 4th last. It wasn't that bad a mistake he made at the 4th last, and he was never really getting to for Paddy McClaster up the hill. He's only beaten short head, but he wouldn't have got there if the winning post had been another 100 yards further up the hill. So I think he's a bit overrated as well, actually, even though he'll have his ground and he'll have the race from the suit. Barry Garrity reckons that Big Zeb's a pacier, better chance than for Paddy McClaster by quite some way, and for Paddy beat Kalahari King in the race last year. I think Big Zeb's overpriced at 9-1. His jumping's a concern, that's for sure, but he jumped really well in the Tide Cottage chase there. He didn't miss a beat in that race, and if he can go there and jump like that, and there's no reason why he can't, because he's actually, Colin Murphy says he's the best jumper he's ever had, or one of the best jumpers, because when he meets one right, he's really spectacular. Okay, he's got one wrong, and he had a really bad fall in the race last year. Hopefully he won't remember that. But Barry's back on board. Seems to have moved a couple of mountains to get back on board. So I think at 9-1 he's a decent each way bet.